Good afternoon. In the first episode of Youth Speaking Truth to Power, you heard from individual young people telling the general public and government officials and anybody else who's willing and wanting to listen about what the Youth Employment Center at Nanaimo Youth Services Association has meant for them. In this next episode, and in the subsequent episodes after that, we will share with the public and government in general the work at Nanaimo Youth Services Association is informed by the research literature and the evidence that's been produced over the last decade on successful transitions to adulthood and youth resilience within a bigger framework that ensures that young people that we serve are able to take their place in society and are leveraged fully into the social and economic life of the community at large to become productive, contributing citizens. Good morning, Amy. Thank you for being here. Before we start, I wonder if you could share with the people watching, as you speak Truth to Power, a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. Kinanis Kamotana. Thank you, Steve. Good morning, Tansei and Etotum. Hello, my friends. My name is Amy Monique Shalafu, daughter of Ken and Margaret Shalafu. My father is from the Métis Nation. My mother comes from Poplar River First Nation in Manitoba. I am very grateful to be here today. Kinanis Kamotana.
Amy, you have a very unique story about becoming a professional working with Nanaimo Youth Services Association and all the things we do. Could you share that
I'd
with
love to,
people?
yeah,
Sure.
Absolutely. My history with Nanaimo Youth Services goes back 33 years to 1984. I grew up in care here in Nanaimo. I was a permanent ward until I was 19. And Nanaimo Youth Services staff are still in my life to this day, obviously. As 30 years later, I started working here. We didn't have the Youth Employment Center back then, and I honestly believe that had we had this in the 80s when I was that high-risk vulnerable youth, in fact, I know my life would have turned for the better probably a lot sooner. Because when I was in my 20s, because I was that sort of fumbling young adult, not really having any guidance, not really knowing which way to turn, I was lucky enough to come across youth support workers and staff much like the staff that work here. And that is the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing today. Absolutely. Many of the youth that I've known through my job here and just from being in Nanaimo all my life, Nanaimo Youth Services and Youth Employment Center I see as ground zero. They come in that front door for a resume, to use the computer, to get out of the wind, get out of the rain, but it always ends up being much more than that because they connect with staff. We find out they don't currently have a place to stay right now, and we've helped several youth help get into row house, get into the housing on Waddington Road, or other other market housing as well. But that's where we get to know them. That's where the staff greet them and develop that rapport with them, find out what's going on in their lives.
What does the Youth Employment Center mean to you?
Well, let's see. I better go back, first of all, because I have been coming to the Youth Center, or NYSA, since it first started in Nanaimo. I'm pretty sure when it was on Victoria Avenue in that church. And I used to go there every single day, and I actually got my first job at the Youth Employment Center here because I never even knew what a resume was. This place got me my first job. It got me my start in employment in Nanaimo. So, eternally grateful for the work that this place has done. And just in talking to people in the community and going on social media, I've seen the effect that it's had on everyone else in the community as well. People that are my age, 30s, we'll say, have often told me that they got their first job because of this place here. So it's pretty important to me.
It's been able to give me
adequate shelter through the row house. It's been able to, provide a sense of stability and community for me. It's helped me, it's always given me a place to go where I could go and look up job postings and things, and help me do my resume. It helped me get through the Blade Runners program, which is basically, giving me a stable basis of employment through, trying to go through school and things like that. And it's even enabled me along my journeys getting connected with ceremony and myself, through my heritage.
Absolutely incredible. I wasn't from around here originally. I came from Alberta, and all my life I had an easy time finding work. 9 times out of 10 I would get callbacks for employment, and when I came here the dynamics were so different, and for whatever reason I was having a really tough time finding work. And I had been told of this place, and I decided to come check it out. And it was really great because everybody was completely willing and eager to help me out, to update my resume, to help me with my cover letter, even give me helpful hints and stuff that I didn't even know about. And I really appreciated it because it was able to be kind of targeted to this area, and places are different wherever you go, and so it was just nice to have people who knew what they were doing. And I really appreciated it because I was this close from going onto the street very quickly. If it wasn't for this place helping me to find a way to get employment very quickly, they helped me to navigate, to have a way of having bus help or taking me in a van to send out the resumes, pass out the resumes. So it helped so much, and I just really appreciate it because it gave me hope and it gave me a way to keep providing for myself. So I really appreciate it.
Well, I've been coming down here since I was probably 18 or 19 years old, on and off, between jobs. I went through the Blade Runners program. It was fantastic. I didn't really have any skills. I didn't really have any experience. And it's hard to find your first job. It's intimidating coming out of high school, or if you've never done anything like that, no experience, no volunteer. It's very intimidating. Coming down and being able to participate in friendly staff, just everything down here is absolutely geared towards youth, and I really needed that. And I know a lot of my friends, I've had siblings come down, it's all been very supportive. It's been very important because if I hadn't had somewhere to kind of start, I don't know how I would have kind of made that kind of path. It's trying to navigate just being an adolescent by yourself. It's challenging. Being a teenager is hard. Being a young adult is hard. Trying to figure things out. Finances, job hunting, interviews. A lot of people haven't done this stuff. And a lot of it is scary if you don't have a lot of experience. So being able to come down here and actually do all of that, and have people who are supportive, job coaches, resource center, the computers, helping with resumes, Blade Runners, all the other programs that they run, it's just fantastic, and I can't say enough.
The Nanaimo Youth Center was the gateway actually for me to get into through the Blade Runners program. It's helping me get a second opportunity to get out there in the workforce, as well as it's helped a lot of my friends in the Nanaimo area.
I think that this place helps. I've came here for help a lot, and I got the help that I needed, and I really love this place because everybody's all people person, and no matter what you do, you get accepted for whatever it is that happens in life. Like, I've come here so many times, and I really love being here. I feel comfortable, and everybody comes here to do job search, look for places or whatever, and it's a really helpful place.
It kind of gave me a set of skills. It helped me kind of learn new things. It helped me kind of interact with people, talk to people, and things like that. I got a bunch of tickets there, and then I got to work right after that program, or during the program. I did my week kind of paid for a company. And then working for that company, I realized that I could do all the same things I was doing for that company for myself when I went and started my own little company, and now I'm able to go and hire another young person. So there's two of us, and I work about 40 days or 40 hours a week, and I do okay now. So without the help that this place gave when I was in a bad time, I don't think I'd be where I'm at right now. Because Nanaimo, it's not the easiest place to find work, it's not the easiest place to get a job, and anything that kind of helps getting jobs for young people, or helping young people get work, I think is a really important thing.